guys, I'm your host Caleb, and welcome to our first episode of The Lore. The Lore is a series where we speak about storylines of a few games and media. Today's topic, Apex Legends. I'm not afraid to admit that I love this game. I'm so glad to do our first episode on this game, so let's get started. Today we are going to talk about 10 characters. We will go down the character list to try to piece together the lore of these legends. Bloodhound is the tracker of the arena, and he doesn't have much of a backstory. His gender, name, and origin is all unknown, so sadly I don't have much information about him. One thing we do know, however, is that he is very religious, honoring the GodFather. This may be a big part of the storyline heading through Season 2. Ah yes, Gibraltar. Gibraltar is the son of two SARAS, or Search and Rescue Association of Solace. That's a pretty big mouthful. Apparently Gibraltar didn't actually start as a protective person. He was actually wild, and a moment in his life changed it forever. He got in a motorcycle accident after stealing his dad's motorcycle and taking it on a joyride. His dad lost an arm in the process of saving him. That sacrifice caused him to join the arena and be protective of whoever it may be. LifeLine is probably the main healer of the arena. I mean, who wouldn't want a LifeLine in the squad? Well anyways, LifeLine, or HHA, comes from a very wealthy family. They made their wealth by donating to wars, specifically wars on the frontiers, and some you've seen in Titanfall 2. She left her family in realization of the war they caused, and she enlisted in the Frontier Corps. Since then, she has vowed to heal everybody and help the Frontier Corps with the money she makes in the Apex games. Hello, friends. PathFinder is probably the most passive-aggressive character in the arena. As a robot, he doesn't originate from people, but rather his creators. Apparently, he booted up in a factory with no traces of a creator and anyone to do with the factory. He was, well, all alone. After taking different jobs to find his creator, he learned about the Apex games, and without giving help, strived to win so he can get more information on this creator. Now, going off topic here, I have a personal theory about PathFinder. I think his creator is Wattson's dad. I don't have much evidence for this theory, but I think the connection would be pretty interesting. Wraith is a more questionable character in the arena. She's one of the only ones to have supernatural powers. Well, I mean, it is a video game. She was kinda like PathFinder in a sense. Instead, she woke up with people. She woke up in a mental asylum and over time obtained the powers we see her use today. These newly found powers, with the help and trust of a voice, led her to escape the facility and run wild. She has since enrolled in the Apex games to get closer to the truth of her origins. Bangalore is one of the biggest characters in Apex. I mean, lore is literally in her name. Well anyways, Bangalore was born in a military family, making her part of the military almost all her life. She was also top in her class, no surprise there. With Bangalore's massive skills, she can overcome any challenge in her way, so she enrolled in the arena with no hesitation. Well, even though none of us agree with this diabolical scientist, the arena wouldn't be the same without this gas trapper. Alexander Knox worked at Humbert Labs, a lab that manufactures pesticide gases. Knox was a leading scientist there, and in the coolest ways, he needed to test his gases. So he tested it on his lab mates. He ran and killed everyone in his way. He made his way to the arena, and with his formula talents, has earned a way to the top. Our little trickster is well known in the arena. He was the youngest of 4 brothers, so as any youngest child would do, was to get attention. In this case, he fooled around. He did, however, make a discovery in holopilot technology, invented by his engineer mother. He worked with her to make the technology better. After working as a bartender and hearing stories of the Apex games, he enrolled with the words and technology of his mother to follow his dreams. It's pretty sweet to look when it comes to Mirage. This speed daredevil comes straight out of Titanfall, with a backstory that went under all of our noses. Octavio Silva, man, that's a mouthful, was bored almost every single day. So to make up for it, he performed near-death stunts to keep himself occupied. He did get a record for the Gauntlet, an extreme Titanfall course, by launching himself across the finish line. His legs blew up in the process, but luckily a helpful hand was by his side. That's right, AJ Che came forward to help Octavio get new legs. Now with his newly found talents, he went for the adrenaline rush, the Apex games. You don't think we can end this video without talking about the new installment of Wattson, did you? Wattson has a pretty interesting backstory for a character that just came out. Luke Paquette, her father, was a lead in the Apex games, so she was already known. Natalie Paquette invented the ring in Apex Legends, and after studying numerous hours with her father, heard her calling to the arena at a surprisingly young age. With her now known facts among electricity tech, she found her way to compete in the arena, and even more so, win with the knowledge of the ring, some information she does not share in common with her competitors. Well, that's all of them. Which legend is your favorite, and did we miss anything? Please comment below. Your feedback helps this channel grow stronger. Please subscribe and like this video for more Apex videos.